Back now with Endgame and the end of the decade. It's sort of weird to think that we're ending the decade and we're going to enter a decade that it's a lot easier to refer to instead of the aughts or the tens or the teens, the 20s, 30s. It'll be a lot easier now. But we asked all of you to come up with what were the most impactful stories of the decade, sort of politically, socially, and we tallied them up, created a scoring system. There was a tie for fourth, a three-way tie for fourth. With the Great Recession, the recovery from that, Osama bin Laden killed, and Trump's 2016 election. Peggy, you had the recession and recovery. Why?
Oh, my gosh. The recession was not only an economic event, 2008 in America, it was a psychic event. It changed us politically. It changed a whole lot. It was not a recession and a small thing. It was a big epical event.
You put bin Laden on there. You weren't alone, but you also had bin Laden.
Because I'm a news reporter. You guys are thinking these big, lofty, high altitude thoughts.
For you, that was a big event.
Yeah. I'm thinking about what grabbed us and just riveted, like slammed us down in the chair, and you're like, oh my God! Look at the headlines. That was a huge deal. We'd been looking for this guy for more than 10 years, for 11 years, and for far more than that, actually. And that was a big news story.
So while we have Trump election tied for fourth, the next one at number 3 is political realignment. Rich, we put your Brexit within political realignment as part of that. All of you had some form of this. Look, that's why it's third.
Yeah, well, the coalitions of the parties are shifting. They have been for some time, but it's been accelerated. And Boris Johnson's smashing victory in the UK points to how a more populist, nationalist right potentially has a broader appeal.
The number 2 story of the decade, let's show it on screen here. Climate change. Doris, you had that, I believe, as your top.
I did.
Most important
That's
story
because
of the
I'm
decade.
thinking as a historian, what are they going to say 50 years from now? And am I going to be right 50 years from now? But I think when you look at the natural disasters that happened, you looked at the withdrawal from the Paris Peace Accords, if that continues, and if we're not taking a leadership role in this, the generations to come will know that we failed.
All right, number 1 was something that, I'll be honest, so we in our staff meeting, we were trying to figure this out because about half of you put, well, let me reveal number 1 before I give it away. We decided to call it social ills because half of you put gun massacres, Sandy Hook, half of you had referred to opioids. And this is where I want to spend a minute. In some ways, when you put that together, it does feel as if, yeah, we have a societal ill here on this one, and we haven't figured out how to tackle either.
Yes, I would say America and drugs has been a huge story. The number of people who never used to get into that area of life started in the past 5-7 years.
These are all legal drugs. These are not illegal drugs.
Yes.
These are legal drugs.
And attendant to this is the change in legal pharmaceuticals. What's there? The sense that people have that in a way we're all guinea pigs in a way for a new drug revolution that's going on. We don't know how things are going. I would add into addiction, social media addiction, pornography, all of those things that very quietly happen but change the face of a country.
And the increasing isolation of so many people, I think, underlays that.
It reinforces
that.
And Helene, in your news event way, you put Sandy Hook as number 1.
Yeah.
And look, there are 2 memories etched in my head of being a White House correspondent. One is the bin Laden death, and 2 is that day at the White House.
I think Sandy Hook, for me, is by far the most important thing that happened this day, because it showed that I think that we were willing to accept as a people the deaths of children in schools. We were willing to prioritize our gun rights over protecting children in elementary schools. The fact that we're okay with this and that nothing changed after Sandy Hook said so much. And now when you see all of these kids who were so used to active shooter training, we didn't have that kind of stuff before that. That was a big deal, I thought.
You know what this strikes me, Rich, is it's a reminder of how little Americans turn to politicians anymore for moral leadership. Because our politicians have totally failed on these 2 crises.
Yeah, so this is why we've had now for years peace and relative prosperity in this country, but there's a sense of deep unease. One, because this decade played out under the shadow of two failures from the prior decade, the financial crisis, as Peggy alluded to,
and the
Iraq War, and just this something broken in our society, the lack of attachment of individuals, which accounts for the drug crisis, for alcohol deaths, for suicide in 2017. I think those three things accounted for 150,000.
Our life expectancy rate for certain people has declined.
Has come down.
Has come down depending where you live. I mean, this is something, I don't know, we don't want to, we so distrust our politicians, we don't expect them to have the answers on this. Yeah. We don't want them to have them.
Losing trust in government means losing trust in our collective ability to do something. Yeah. I mean, Franklin Roosevelt used to say, you can have any problem, and if man created the problem, you can solve that problem. I think we're losing that sense, and that's really scary. Although, you know, there are positive things about these 10s. There was activism. There were long lines waiting to work.
This is the most depressing thing anyone's ever made me do.
More women ran and won than ever before.
Yeah.
A lot more people interested in politics. It's an arc to this decade that you have to see the positives.
Well, you have to see it as a historian. In 30 years, this decade may be reviewed differently than we're reviewing it now. We're living in what feels like a more dark period, and I have 5 seconds. Sorry, guys. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and everything. Remember, we'll be back next week, because if it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press. Hello from Washington, I'm Chuck Todd, and thanks for checking out the Meet the Press channel on YouTube. Click on the button down here to subscribe, and click over here to watch the latest interviews, highlights, and other digital exclusives.